I needed some milk and a few other bits, so I went to Aldi today, and this is what I have picked up. So I've got my milk. I can't find my receipt, so yeah, it's really odd because I checked in my handbag and the bag that I used for the shopping. Can't find it, so I don't know what's happened to that. But anyway, milk, because I'm going to need it next week. And I picked up the Long Life semi-skimmed shelf milk, as I call it. That's for the cupboard, because I think I talked before about, you know, winter coming, not being able to get out. And the first winter I was here, I moved in at the very end of January. I quite often bought that, and I don't mind it in coffee. I'm not the biggest fan of it in tea, but if it's all I've got, then I'll drink it. So that's for the store cupboard. So I'd like to get a couple of those in over time, just in case I can't get out. I mean, I've been off this week. We've had so much rain. There have been days that I thought I need to go to the supermarket today and get some milk, and I just haven't gone because of the weather. So yeah, we shall get a couple of those in the store cupboard. The chili con carne and the red kidney beans are just because I'm going to use one of the minces that I got on yellow stickers last week. I did spag bowl this week, and next week I'll be making a chilli with 1 pack of the mince, having that for dinner one day and freezing down the rest. So that is what I've got those for. And then the Savoy cabbage was on one of their offers, you know, the vegetables that they have reduced each week, and that's a really good size. So I'm determined to have that chicken crown this Sunday, and do a roast dinner, we will see. And on that basis, I also picked up this broccoli at half price. And then the spreadable butter that I've been using for quite some time now, this has gone up now. It's been $1.79 for a few months. It's gone back up to $1.99, which it was when I first started buying it. And this is just because I'm getting low. What can I say? And I do think my consumption of butter, milk, and bread products seems to be so much more than anybody else that I follow and who shows their actual food shopping. But it is what it is, you know. I have a milky coffee every day. Sometimes I have porridge in the evening if there's nothing sweet to eat in the house. And I like a bit of bread with my butter, as you know. What can I say, guys? What can I say? So let's try and remember the prices. So 99p, $1.99 for the organic 4 pint. I think this was 99 pence. The red kidney beans were 37 because they did 2 different types and I went for the cheaper one. The Savoy cabbage, I think, was 49, and 50% off of the broccoli, I think it was 79p. So maybe I got it for 39p. But yeah, that was a bargain. And this, as I've mentioned, £1.99. So I need to check my banking app and work out, because I know that I'm pretty much sure that this Aldi shop has tipped me over the edge of my food shopping budget for the month. So I picked up a few bits in Sainsburys. Did not go at yellow sticker time because I cannot be tempted anymore. So we're avoiding 5 p.m, 6 p.m. In the supermarket. So what have we got here? Firstly, the Sky VIP freebie for this week was this snacky love corn, which I've never had before. They had 2 flavours in the shop. I went for the sour cream and chive flavour. I think I will still put it in the Christmas cupboard, because just something to put in a bowl, isn't it, if you fancy a savoury snack? I think I will. And then I picked up some bagels. Obviously, yellow stickers at this time of day are just useless, aren't they? Because it's 20-30p off. But yeah, back to work next week. I always have a bagel for lunch when I'm working, pretty much. So I picked those up, reduced. just 20p off at 69p, but they're now 89. They used to be 79 for, well, such a long time. But yeah, they've gone up now. So the Aldi ones are cheaper, I think. I think they're still 79. So 69p for those. I've got a packet of rich tea. Again, when I'm working, I always have a cup of tea and 2 rich tea biscuits round about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I've swapped out the Biscoff, which I've eaten for years, but you know, they're so spenny, aren't they? And I quite like a rich tea. So yeah, 50p for those. Quite happy with this bread. Gave it a try the other week, 75p. And I think, you know, a very good point was made by Mandy. Mandy Sorts It Out, when she said if things in Sainsbury's are price matched to Aldi, there's no point buying them in Aldi. You should buy them in Sainsbury's or Tesco's, because you're going to get your points, your club card or your nectar. So that's why I didn't get bread in Aldi. So yeah, I knew I was going to get my bread in Sainsbury's. And there you have it. I bought some cream just because I'm going to be doing crumble when my son and his girlfriend come round for dinner. And I picked up a bag of onions purely because I bought 2 onions the other week. I mean, what's the point? What is the actual point of buying 1 or 2 loose onions? Because I'm just going to be buying 1 or 2 every week, so it's pointless. But these used to be, I think they used to be 99p. They're £1.10 now. And I had a coupon come through the door. You can see I cut the coupon out and used it for these, which should have been £3.40. So I couldn't decide. I was going to put them straight in the food bank, and then I thought, you know, I've got 3 daughters. I don't reckon it'll be long before the eldest grandchild, do you know what I mean? Do I start a stash? Because when I had 3 girls, all within 3 years, you can imagine when they were teenagers, what that used to cost me. So yeah, maybe I'll keep those, I don't know. We'll decide later. So the love corn was worth £2.20, but of course that was free. As you can see, bagels 69, rich tea 50p, bread 75, double cream £2.90, onions £1.10, and those were worth £3.40. So yeah. So I have decided to make some shortbread. Some shortbread with chocolate in it. Not chocolate shortbread, but lumps of chocolate in it. And this is because I've been having a discussion about the Marks and Spencer's shortbread, which I think has got chocolate buttons in it. Well, I don't have any chocolate buttons. I'm wondering whether to open up that, what's it called? Tony Cannelloni chocolate. I know it's not called that. Tony Chocolonely chocolate that I got on the Sky VIP last week. However, that is flavoured. But I have found some dark chocolate in the fridge. I think that's been in there since the last king died. But, yeah. Now, on the back of the Aldi plain flour, which I've had for a long time, there is a recipe on there for shortbread. However, it only lists 3 ingredients: plain flour, butter, and then how much icing sugar? Oh, it's 110 grams of icing sugar. Mix the ingredients together until you have a smooth dough. I wonder if it would be better to use icing sugar then than normal sugar. Oh, I don't know. What shall I do? Probably be better for me to use icing sugar, because I might need the granulated for a cake at some point over the weekend, perhaps. Yeah, shall I give it a try of icing sugar? Oh, I really don't know. Right, so I've got the dough together. So that was creaming the butter 200 grams of butter, 100 grams of sugar, creamed them together, then added 300 grams of plain flour. Now with that chocolate, I actually don't want to use a lot of it because I'm planning on batch cooking a chili next week. And I don't eat dark chocolate. I really don't like it. So, but I am going to put a little bit in. I'm going to chop those pieces up even smaller and put them in the dough. Can't see much of the chocolate, but I've kneaded that in. And it was quite crumbly to begin with, but I think when you're using your hands, you've got the warmth from your hands and the butter in there, and then it does come together. So I'm just going to roll that out now and cut into shapes. Okay, so these are all ready to go in the oven, and they will go in. It's all right, just had a text message come up, something about a jab. Not having any jabs anymore. I'm done with jabs. 160 fan for 20 to 25 minutes, and that has made 3, 6, 9, 12, 16. So that's just over 20 minutes in the oven. They're starting to go brown, or golden should I say. So I'm going to pop one on a plate, let it cool down, and then we shall do a taste test. Oh, these are really nice. Really, really nice. Taste test approval. Really simple. Lovely. So I've eaten 3 and they are really, really good. Even with the dark chocolate in, which I'm not really a fan of. So you could say the 3-2-1 method, which is a bit, well, how I refer to my Yorkshire pudding recipe, which is 3 eggs, 200 ml of milk and 100 grams of plain flour. This is kind of similar. It is 3-2-1. 300 grams of plain flour, 200 of butter and 100 of sugar. And I used normal granulated sugar, so I didn't copy the recipe on the back of the plain flour bag from Aldi. Just kind of like did a bit of my own thing. So yeah, 3-2-1, 300 grams plain flour, 200 butter, 100 sugar. I mean, you could put anything in you wanted to, couldn't you? If you had any sultanas, maybe. Chocolate buttons, of course, like the M&S. Shortbread would be super tasty. But yeah, really simple. And yeah, I mean, there's quite a few there. They're going to last quite a few days. Having said that, my son's coming around tomorrow, so maybe not. But yeah, they're really, really good. Really good. And it was 160 on the fan oven, so it'd be 180 if you didn't have fan, at 20 to 25 minutes, so just until they're beginning to look golden. And yeah, I ate 2 when I felt they were cool enough, and then I ate 1 just now when it was, you know, proper cold, when it had really cooled down. And that one was the most tasty. So let them get super cold before you eat one to get the proper effect of the real butteriness of this shortbread. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, love it. We'll definitely be making more of these in the future.